Hola everyone, today we are going to talk about Fire Emblem, Path of Radiance. Truthfully, the only reason I bought this game was as a birthday present for my brother Alex. Happy birthday, man. I hope you enjoy it. I mean, come on, $150? Damn! This game better be worth the price. But now, let's get right into it. Since Fire Emblem games are 70% story and 30% army building and fighting, I won't go through the story chapter by chapter so as to ruin the story for everyone who hasn't played the game yet, so no spoilers here. On story-based games, spoilers are the worst, so I'm trying to avoid them at all costs. So let's start with the characters. In Fire Emblem games, the characters can make or break the game based on how likable and relatable they are. If you don't care about the people in your army, they're nothing more than soldiers that don't matter, and you don't want that in a Fire Emblem game. Good thing here, though, that the characters are very well written and have a large amount of, well, character to them. Personally, I've always thought that Ike was overhyped and overloved for no reason. Much the way that I feel about Charizard, that fire lizard. Hashtag Blastoise. But after playing this game, I found Ike to be the best written main character of any Fire Emblem game I've ever played. And why is that? When I think about main characters in Fire Emblem games I've played, Chrom, the Prince of Yllis, well-mannered and versed in communicating with nobles. Ephraim and Erika, both Prince and Princess of Renai, well-educated and like each other a little bit too much. The blood runs deep in Renai. Ike, however, is in a mercenary group headed by his father, with no claim to land, no education on how to talk to nobles, and has a fiery attitude. All those things come to bite him in the butt, and that's good character development. A young boy trying to learn how to not overtrust people, yet also have a kind heart to those in need, but also care about his values. I vastly underestimated Ike as a character when I started this game. Here is where my main of two big complaints that I have about this game come up. There are many support conversations to be had in Path of Radiance, which is great because everyone loves all the characters having a voice. But you'll need to play through the game many times to be able to see them all. What do you mean, Stefan? I played the game like I normally would, trying to be buddy-buddy with all the characters. I would fight Ike close to Oscar and to Tanya for the first few levels, and then I got their support up to B, and I got support up to Mist with a C. This is where we run into our problem. I then fought Ike with Lethe because I really wanted to see their support conversation, and he was eligible to be supported with her. But I fought with them together for 10 chapters straight. They literally sat next to each other all 10 chapters, and you know what happened? Nothing! Because you can only have supports up to A and B. You can have one A and one B, or you can have two Bs and a C, and that's it. I get it that they're trying to balance the game and make it so that you couldn't, be buffed around everyone, but come on. The whole point of the game is character development, so why would you hold that behind playing the game multiple times? Ike was literally supported out by the time I even got the fourth character that he could talk to. That's terrible. Ike has 7 characters that he can have support conversations with. That means to hear all A conversations, you have to play the game 7 times. And this game is like 30 hours long. You'd have to invest 210 hours minimum to be able to see all support conversations with all characters. That's insane. Now that my rant is over, on to army building. This game has a very unique feel to it because you are a mercenary group just doing jobs for people. So part of the army building elements is getting your progress support after every level by Soren, saying how much gold was earned by the contract, how much was spent on contracts, and so on and so forth. I really liked how they incorporated bonus XP for characters you acquire who are underleveled. Yet XP is not infinite. So, unlike Awakening, where grinding on these stupid Revenant attacks on every level or whatever, making everyone level 20/20, basically grinding just because the game forces you to stand a chance, is not a part of this game. Or like in Shadow Dragon with the arena, where as long as you keep the guy healed up who's in the arena, he can literally level up to level 20 in the first level. That's not an issue in this game. In this game, they balanced the amount of experience that you have around the encounters that you're going to see, so the game is a lot more fair in that aspect. I played the game on normal, and had enough difficulty that it wasn't a cakewalk, but it wasn't hair-pullingly hard or felt cheap at any point in time, because they balance the encounters around the amount of experience that you get very well. My final of the 2 complaints that I had with this game is that you had to select what enemies you wanted to see their attack range for, and it went away every turn, causing you to need to do it again, and a few times I got lazy and didn't want to select every single enemy and see who they could attack, and so Mist would randomly get attacked from behind because I didn't even care to check to see the ranges for all the different guys. Thank God Mist's dodge percentage is so high for some reason. This is one thing that Awakening did really well, whereas if you press Y, the whole map was illuminated to see what range the enemies could attack you. The red areas meant that enemies could hit you there, and that was great. This game didn't quite have that, which was fairly disappointing. So, all in all, I'd give Fire Emblem Path of Radiance an 8.8 out of 10. A fantastic game that is set back by a couple problems that can be solved by playing the game multiple times, as well as being pertinent every turn. The storyline was incredible with plenty of twists and turns, and it just felt good as a Fire Emblem game. I wanted to keep coming back to each level. I didn't ever feel burnt out on the game, which is nice because Fire Emblem games can tend to do that. All around, it was a game that any Fire Emblem fan has to play. That's it for my review, guys. Hope you liked it. This is linkslefthandman signing off.